Welcome back, players. Welcome back, contenders. You hear that stuff in the background? That's the next game between Jesulin and Cruzz starting. It's running right now. We're going to get in there as soon as possible. Let me just adjust one thing or two here at Sunday Night Fights Tournament Central. Got to get everything set up. I'm ready to join you again. Thanks for that break, Romeo. How are you? Holding up.
Doing good. I'm still riding high from that last game. I can't wait to see this one.
That was excellent. Okay, I just reset all my sound settings. Okay, let me see if I can get this in order there. That looks about right. All right, folks. I have a little bit of bad news. We missed a game. Come on in. I'll show you where we're at. The map has changed, so come on into game, and you can see here that we are now on Faymanville. So we missed a game. That means we don't know what the score is. It could be 1-0. It could be 2-0 or it could be 1-1, but we don't know. I'm assuming that this is game 3. So we don't know the score. So I'm just going to remove the score from my scoreboard, and let me try to get the players and colors set up, and I'm just going to let them play. Romeo, take it away.
All right. Well, it looks like we've got double Folks Grenadiers from Cruzz, and we have the exact same factions as we did in Game 1.
Oh, that's easy. I don't have to change anything. All right.
Yep.
I can tab
exact
back
same
out again.
factions and exact same build. Double Folks Grenadiers from Cruzz, triple Conscripts from Jesulin. He's already lost an engagement in the north to the Stern Pioneers. Conscripts had to retreat, and his third Conscript squad is making its way to the front lines. Meanwhile, Cruzz is destroying all this yellow cover on the approach to the VP with his SWS. Conscripts taking up a position in this house.
That's the first thing a truck always does on this map is like knock down some of all these fences. There are so many.
Exactly. And honestly, I'm not sure exactly what benefit that provides. When my opponents do it to me, I'm like, okay, that fence is gone now, I guess. I never approach from that direction anyway because you've got to cross this road. But I don't know.
And hurdle, right? You can always hurdle them. A little bit more micro, but it's possible.
This fence, on the other hand, that he's destroying now actually blocks pathing through this approach, and that can actually lose you full squads. So that will actually give his, if he ever overextends a little bit, needs to retreat that way, that can actually give him a little bit of extra.
So when we were deciding the maps, you were strongly in favor of including Faymanville approach. Why don't you tell our viewers a little bit about it?
All right, well, that was a huge discussion I've had with lots of players. I talked to Steven about it. Steven, I'll start with Steven's opinion. Steven thinks this house in the center is just too strong, and he doesn't like that aspect of it. There's another map called Stalingrad that he also doesn't like for exactly the same reason. There's a big
I don't
factory.
like Stalingrad. Stalingrad, the pathing is just a nightmare. It's like a maze of buildings and rubble and craters.
Yeah,
I would never let that into a tournament. Well, I mean, the players must agree with you because they had the opportunity to veto maps. So, you know, this is their second favorite map. The map that gets played twice got vetoed second to last. So. And
when you get right down to it, choosing a good map for a tournament isn't about choosing, a map that's balanced. Because let's be honest, there's probably no such thing as a perfectly balanced map. It's just about choosing.
One thing we love about
the
game is that it's not symmetric, and you get these intricacies. The factions aren't symmetric, and the maps aren't symmetric, and that's just something that players have to wrestle with.
So what it comes down to is when you're choosing the best possible map for a tournament, it's not about choosing a perfectly balanced map. It's about choosing the map that the players dislike the least for whatever reason.
That's true. Well said. That's exactly right.
And so, yeah, like I was saying before, Steven doesn't like this big house here in the middle. It's just so durable. If you look at all of the other big maps in this 1v1 tournament, you throw 2 grenades, 1 grenade at a house, and the whole thing comes down. This house almost never collapses unless it's just being blasted with artillery and mortars and everything for the entire game.
That's a good point. This is the new Samoski Church, because the church on Samoski being made of wood collapses almost every good game there is on Samoski, right? Because that used to be the measure of a truly great game with the original Company of Heroes 1. Did the church fall? Well, perhaps this house on Faymanville approach will set a new standard. Will we ever see that thing come down in a great game? And I'll tell you what, if there are 2 players to deliver a great game to us, it's Cruzz and Jesulin.
Absolutely. We already see the same stuff we saw before. We see mines going down with the early Stern Pioneer. We see flamethrower in the scout car circling around looking for opportunities. But what is different from the first game is that Cruzz has switched up his build. He's not going with the battle group headquarters. He instead switched to a mechanized regiment. I think he suspects that Jesulin's going to do the same thing he did in game one, excuse me. And he knows that a flak half track is the hardest possible counter to tier 1. It shuts down scout cars. It shuts down Pino battalions. It shuts down snipers. It has no counter in tier 1, and he's going to try and make a huge impact with that. Possibly also going to try and bait this scout car over that mine there in the north if he gets the opportunity.
The flak half track is coming on the field. Here it comes. Look at it. Cruzz has always got the nice skins. Here he comes. We haven't seen this is the first time I think we've seen this unit today. I mean, I remember when Western Front Armies first got launched, we had a Cup Winners show match between OMG Pop and Jesulin, and we saw flak half track versus American anti-air every single game.
Oh no!
Go ahead, let it rip.
There it goes. Taking out the scout car. I don't know if that flamethrower is going to make it away. Oh, detonates the flamethrower. And
what
there
a
it
hit.
goes.
So a strategic adjustment from Cruzz pays great dividends as he kills not only the M3, but the flamers that occupied it.
And that's exactly what happened in game 1. As soon as the M3 exploded, every guy inside got disintegrated. Oh no, this mine! Oh, I thought that was going to be a squad wipe. They were so clumped. Fortunately, 2 of them survive.
All right, it's popping off in the center. We got conscripts in this very strong house that we've been talking a lot about. The flak half track is not firing at the house. That's interesting.
It was setting up.
Okay, it takes a bit of time then. I like how the little shields pop out and then go back in again. Isn't that a nice touch on that unit?
That's cute.
Okay, the maps. A lot of points are flashing white right now, and they're circling. So there's a lot of capping harassment going on. These folk grenadiers are pushing very far forward, but they ran smack head. Oh, that's interesting. He retreated very quickly as soon as he saw the half track setting up. Probably a wise move. Okay, a field gun's coming on for Jesulin to try to counter this big bad beast.
Yeah, if we take a look at Jesulin's HQ, we will note that he doesn't have AT grenades yet. I don't know if he's planning on getting them. He's got the fuel, he's got the manpower.
Wow, Jesulin really backed into his base. The field gun's going to come out, he's going to set up, and he's going to deliver a hell of a blow against the half track, but it will be able to move away, fade into the fog. Although he's getting a bit hung up on this well. It's taking him longer than it should. The AT gun's pushing forward. These Volksgrenadiers are there just sort of temporarily to slow down the advance of all of the counters to give his half-track a bit of room to escape.
Yeah, Field Infirmary is healing up the conscripts there in Jesulin's base. Again, big manpower disadvantage, losing that full squad of combat engineers and scout car. He's really lagging behind now in his ability to harass. That counter-harassment ability of the scout car with the flamethrowers can't be overstated. We can just drive around, deal with threats all over the map, make sure that your territory doesn't fall to, one wounded squad of Volksgrenadiers planting some S-mines like we see here in the north.
Yeah, in the first game that we witnessed, Jesulin kept that M3 alive forever. I mean, really, 2 or 3 times as long as in this game. So
and
Cruzz
that just
must
goes
be happy.
To show, that just goes to show how powerful it is to know what your opponent's going to do. Jesulin didn't switch his strategy up at all because it worked. Cruzz, on the other hand, needs to adapt to what, he has new knowledge. He knows what he's up against. He's like, all right, I'm up against tier 1. I'm gonna have to try and make this flag half track work, and so far it's paying off.
Hashtag adapt. That's what Jesulin's been posting on all his trending videos, where he points out various aspects of the game. So it looks like Cruzzy's got the claim to hashtag adapt in this series so far. I'm really curious as to what the score is. I tried to ping Jesulin and ask him, I tried to say, score update please, but he didn't respond, which only tells me that they're in an intense game and he's maxing his concentration on the task at hand, and that's fair enough, man. We can live not knowing the score for a little bit longer. I want them to play their hearts out.
Oh no! Ooh. Nice placement of that field gun. I thought that flamethrower engineer was done.
He escapes the flak half track from from Cruzz. Backs away, although not that far, and the field gun's pushing out. I wonder. The Zis. Whoa, he knows where he is because of this conscript. Oh, he gets a great shot off.
He got just enough repairs off with that Stern Pioneer squad.
Man, Cruzz refuses to retreat very far. You know, a lot of players will take that thing all the way back to the base at this point, but not Cruzz.
Just throw some duct tape on there, it'll be fine.
Can't fix it, duck it. I'm
think
sure
Jesulin
in World War II they were carrying like some kind of crazy tape around. I'm sure of it. You read these stories about guys coming up with ways to modify weapons, you know, while they were on the front line, sort of cut off from
strapping
supply and
logs
stuff.
to their tanks.
Yeah, all sorts of craziness. Yeah, this was such a scrappy war.
So, second combat engineer squad being purchased by Jesulin immediately purchases the minesweeper, and they're headed straight for that S-mine field. So he's definitely saw those signposts with some conscripts. He's gonna get that cleaned up.
These flamers with 10 kills are Jesulin's most aggressive squad at the moment. They're the proper counter to this house. Look at this MG34. It's about to fall. He's going to have a very tough retreat. Although Jesulin repositions a bit, and in doing so, he's not going to get the kill. Wow, he was so greedy. He wanted to rush over and deal with these Volksgrenadiers, but I think he could have easily killed that MG34.
Flak half-track's struggling against this field gun. It can only take one hit before it's forced to reposition, and it obviously can't fire on the move.
All right, Jesulin slowly but surely crawling back into the map. He definitely needs.
All the difference.
He can't let OKV have so many resources for so long because you know the late game power is approaching. I wonder if Cruzz will plop down all 4 buildings or if he will resist for a while. What do you think?
Well, the S-mine field, he actually prevented the S-mine field from getting picked up. Jesulin's kind of making his way. It looks like he's going to make his way towards Cruzz's fuel. And the flak half-track is there to defend, but Jesulin now has AT grenades, so he needs to be aware of Jesulin possibly oorahing up there and damaging his engine, because he'll almost certainly lose it. And Jesulin has also thrown guards on the field, so that's going to show a bit of a modification from Game 1 as well. He's not going shock rifle this time, he's guard motor.
I'm surprised that this AT gun is getting away with capping the center VP. Cruzz has no presence there at all. There are some squads moving forward. 2 MG34 squads moving towards that position. This is going to be interesting. The AT gun's going to have to retreat under all this MG fire. No retreat button for that gun. It's not a Raketengreifer.
Somewhat recently, AT guns changed to no longer give green cover to their crew either, so it makes it that much more dangerous to cap with them.
All right, Cruzz pushing really hard, but Jesulin's going to sneak the AT gun back to his base. And look at the map. Cruzz capping everywhere. Jesulin in a lot of trouble. You want to be leading at this stage of the game in map control as Soviets versus OKV. Losing the M3 really hurt him. A nice strategic adjustment by Cruzz. Now, could it be that Cruzz would overextend and spread his forces too thin?
Not really. You're not at risk of overextension when there's no shock troops on the field and there's no vehicles on the field. Jesulin doesn't have any squad-wide potential right now, so there's nothing that can catch, you know, a Panzerschreck squad out of position and wipe it before it can retreat. There's nothing like that at Jesulin's disposal right now.
Cruzz is building a Stuka zu Fuß. How cool is that? There's a unit we haven't yet seen in this tournament.
That is amazing, honestly. I can't even believe that. He's opting not to go for Tier 4. He's not going to have access to Obersoldaten, no Panthers, nothing. He's just going to try and start blasting Jesulin's team weapons.
Oh my god. It's going to be so sexy, man. This thing is monstrous at attacking like an encased position. And right now he's got the noose around Jesulin's neck, and he plans to tighten it and strangle Jesulin with this unit. I can't wait to see it fire the first time. Okay, Stuka, are you ready? He's going to try to surprise him with it. Jesulin has absolutely no idea this is on the field. He's going to, I guess, fortunate for Jesulin, he's not pinned in his base anymore, and he's spread his units around. There was a moment there where he would have been at great risk. Okay, let's see.
MG34 is going to get stolen, though.
Okay, Jesulin. All right, here we go. The rockets are in the air. Jesulin's rapidly trying to reposition, but still damage done. Lots of men's killed. What he was trying to steal an MG there, I think, and that squad got wiped.
I honestly disagree with the Stuka purchase. It did get 3 kills.
Oh, come
there,
on, Romeo.
I really do.
What about
Jesulin is at
fireworks points? You get points for fireworks big time.
I know, but Jesulin is at 9 command points, and he has gone guard motor coordination without Panthers, and literally no Panzer Shreks. Cruzz has no way of stopping the T-3485s that are on their way. And those T-3485s will like one-shot the Stuka. Flak half-track won't stand a chance. Honestly, his entire army could be destroyed by that call-in. So it's just a matter of time before Jesulin gets there. And Cruzz basically has to win before Jesulin can get 60 more fuel. And
that
so
is
far,
a very
it's
astute observation. It is
like
all about... It's all about the fuel income, and right now Jesulin doesn't really have any. Look at, he's +4, and he needs to get to 260. So, as you mentioned, he needs 60 more fuel to get what he desperately needs. Can he survive long enough?
I don't know if he will. He still isn't at 200. He has only 4 squads.
I'm looking at the Stuka cooldown. 28
on
seconds.
His last legs.
28 seconds before he can launch, perhaps into the base.
I mean, he's getting beaten by Volksgrenadiers in his base right now.
Jesulin's only got three squads left. The guards just got wiped. It's like Jesulin's completely falling apart. Jesulin's got nothing. And he's not going to make it to 260 fuel. All right, Stuka's about ready to fire. 1 more second. Okay. He is reloaded. Oh, boy. I am afraid for you, Jesulin.
Pack 43 going up is going to pretty much shut down T-3485s.
Here's the target. There's the fire. There's the fireworks. Boom shakalaka. Oh, 3 men of the AT gun go down. And really, Jesulin, he just doesn't have anything. He's got 2 triple vet conscript squads. One of them picked up a PTRS. Oh, man, but he is just whittled so thin. He's trying to cap here or there. It's really fuel that he needs. His fuel income is +7. He's at 211. He needs to get to 260. He's got 131 victory points to his name. Cruzzy with the crazy aggression, even with infantry. Look at the MG-34 capping that point right outside of Jesulin's base.
I really think that Jesulin had to pull off something impressive against that flak half-track earlier. He needed to nail it with an AT grenade and then finish it with the field gun, do something of that nature. Otherwise, it's just really this game came down to who could more effectively harass and counter-harass. Jesulin's harassment and counter-harassment got shut down as soon as that M3 died, and it died very early. Cruzz, on the other hand, has been very successful in the exact same thing, using this flak half-track for the entire game.
Man, Cruzzy, I love that he adjusted his strat, changed it up entirely, and what a different contest from game 1 where Jesulin played immaculately to this game, probably game 3, where Cruzzy just face stomped him, man.
Exactly, and I wouldn't necessarily say Jesulin made any huge mistakes or anything. It's not like Jesulin messed up that engagement or anything. It's just a matter of building to counter what your opponent's doing.
All right, the Stuka's loaded up and moving forward. He gets another shot. Oh, this is a great time for him to have rockets ready. He's going to fire them. Let's go to cinematic mode. All right, they're going to land in the Soviet base. Jesulin tries to micro back to the corner to avoid the explosion rounds. He does save most of his units, doesn't take too much damage. Let's watch that fuel counter, 230. He's got to get to 260. I went on 2 times again. My apologies. My apologies. Oh, yeah, he could get them now. I think we might see them. The Pack 43 is up. I mean, that gives a no-go zone. And it looks like a Jagdpanzer's building.
Yeah, lots of AT ready now. 2 Shreks, Rakenwar for... not Raken. I thought that icon was Rakenwar. That's the Pack 43. But 2 Shreks, Yag Panzer, Pack 43. That's more than enough to keep that Stuka alive.
So Jesulin might have one last-ditch effort as he slowly approaches the field. 2:33 minute plus 7. Oh, it's going to take still quite a long time to collect 30 fuel.
Very long time. He's only got 50 VPs left, and he's...
We might not even see him. Over, under.
Yeah.
Place your bets. Will the 234.85s come out or not? He's got to decide whether he wants to reinforce because he has to keep up near 760 manpower just in case he does get the fuel in. Sorry, 740. Oh, okay. 23 fuel he needs. Still needs a bit of manpower. VP's down to 43. Yeah. I think the fat lady's singing in this game. Butter's in the fridge, getting cold. The mustard's off the hot dog, Romeo. Romeo doesn't know what the hell I'm talking about. That's a Chick Hearn. That's from Los Angeles basketball announcing. Chick Hearn used to say all these crazy things like the mustard's off the hot dog. But yeah, I think Cruzzy's got this really comfortably. 36 VPs. Jesulin just started waywardly throwing stuff. Yeah, we saw the flamers go down, and Cruzzy on cruise control. There's another shot from the Stuka to Fuss. Oh, and it's a direct hit. It's a direct hit, wiping out another one of Jesulin's squads. I don't think he's gonna make it.
No, that's it. That's definitely the game. Even if the T-34-85s come out, it doesn't matter. He's lost too much. Look at the infantry battle. Armor battle isn't
Jesulin stopped the drain. Scrappiness. Points for scrappiness. Stopping the drain while the entire Axis army surrounds your base. He's going to keep fighting. Hopefully after this game we can get an update on the score. Okay, Cruzzy just waits patiently. Recaps. The drain will be back on temporarily. Poor Jesulin. Bringing it out of Maxim. Still a bit of fuel shy. Just 10 fuel. We might see him. They're gonna come blasting out. I guess he'll try to take the left VP. I don't know. I'm grasping at straws, Romeo, to think of a way out of this for Jesulin.
Well, if by some miracle Cruzz mismicros his Pack 43 and points it backwards and starts shooting at his own base structures, then Jesulin might win.
Oh boy, 20 tips. Still 4 fuel away. He's got the manpower.
All right, now even if Cruzz starts blowing up his own base, I don't think he'd be able to destroy it in time.
No, he's about to be triple capped. Yep. And when you're triple capped, it's a VP per second.
Target secure. Push the attack.
Well, they made it on the field, so.
Did they? Did they make it? Here they are. Look at them. With 6 ticks left. Too little, too late. Hi, guys. Nice of you to join us, but your services will not be necessary. You can go somewhere else. We don't need you. We're done here. Thanks very much. And hey, it's time to show the Axis wins for a change. Doesn't that just make you feel all warm inside? That's Strumming Bird and Linsky providing you with a little holiday cheer. Greetings from Code2.org. We're in the snow. Reminder, we've got a fan art competition running right now. Von Klug is hosting it. You can find out more information about it on our Code2.org portal. We just had some great submissions. You want to read through that thread, you'll see wonderful paintings and a digital photo collage, some MS Paint art, some memes. Hey, you guys can go crazy. How about a video? How about submitting some machinima or maybe a sculpture, a model, a diorama? I mean, knock yourselves out. It's all for the fun and for the love of the game. Check that out. Romeo, let's see if we can find the score, shall we? And let's get right back into the next one before we miss anything.
All right.
All right. Stay around, guys. We'll be right back.